Hi, Lindsay. As usual, this lesson plan is amazing. I love the way that you started this off by using sorry, I'm going to scroll and make you dizzy, by using the Shaun White article, and I already scrolled down and looked at how you highlighted the fact versus opinion. Really nice way to drive that home, something really high interest and really relevant, and it works beautifully with your standards, right? Explaining the difference between factional, opinionated, and then moving on to multiple sources. And oh my gosh, I just can't say enough good stuff. Honestly, this is really good. So let's look at the assessment that you had. Students are going to turn in their sources with highlighted notes so that you can see whether they're getting the stuff in the right order and whether they're getting fact or opinion. And students will eventually write a completed expository essay. Excellent, great. So, starting off with the definition, great. I like to see that you were thinking and making some adjustments after you taught. I saw that was what the red was, okay? Writing about how to inform so we can explain things to people without our opinion, to write research papers for this class and know how to present factual information. You know, just as a side note, you might want to be ready. Whoops, did not mean to do all that. You might want to be ready to explain to kids why we want to explain things without opinion. You know, adolescents are, well, very opinionated little people. And so they may want to have just a tiny bit of a discussion about that, okay? I love the fact that you're doing a Prezi with guided notes. Perfect. It's high visual interest and it allows them to get the keywords down. Bolding important information. Okay. I like the 5 elements of expository writing, so that way that the kids know and they have this in their notes to refer back to, so that they don't need you to remind them about expository writing, that they can access their own information. Transition words to connect ideas. You know, this is something I want us to work on this semester too, is talking to kids about moving past transition words into transition phrases, clauses, sentences, things like that. I think it just makes for some more sophisticated writing. So help me remember, and we'll get to that at some point in our semester, okay? Great. So then you have a nice brainstorming piece, nice and short, just to help remind them, because they know this stuff, they just forget to do it, and they forget how, okay? I love the graphic organizer. I'm a huge advocate of those. I think that helps kids to see what information belongs where and make sure that they don't miss things. Allowing them to do the group practice is good because they're going to want to verbalize ideas with their friends anyways. You might as well go ahead and offer it and work with them instead of fighting it. But then each individual filling out a graphic organizer at the end is perfect. So students who might be struggling readers would be grouped together, given articles at a lower level, so that way that you could work a little bit closer with them, and then some students given an outline of the notes for the Prezi. Lindsay, this is just fantastic. I don't even know what to tell you. Like, this is just great. I think this is the lesson plan you were telling me about last week that just works so well, and I can see why it worked well. It's just really well done, and the topics you've chosen are high interest too, which really helps. But caffeine consumption, seriously, what's the matter with that? There's nothing wrong with that. So really nice job. Really, really beautiful job. Thanks.